to another video. Today I have an empties video for you guys. So here we go. Dun 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 dun. I always feel like, oh, it's not gonna, it's not going to pile up as quick as last time, and for some reason I just go through things very quickly. So without further ado, the way that these videos go is I just show you my empty products, which is weird to save garbage, but that's what an empties video is. So I'm here to tell you what's good, what's not, what's worth the repurchase, what you can save your much hard-earned coin on. So some of these things are things I've repurchased before, and they're favorites, and then others like I've tried for the first time or I've used before and now my preference has changed or the formula has changed. So I'll start out with these two because this has happened with this product. So this is the Organics, the OGX Organics Argan Oil of Morocco. So I saw this and I saw this little thing on top. Okay, you can't really see it, but in gold it says extra strength. So I'm like, oh cool, there's a new formula that's obviously hair strengthening, and as my fragile little blonde hair needs all of the strength and sweet kind words that it can to keep growing, I was like, this will definitely be right up my alley. So I tried it and I don't like this formula. You all, the shampoo is not very lathering. So I always felt like my hair was still dirty even after I cleaned it. The scent is the same. So if you buy this for the smell, which I usually do, it smells very, very good, then you'll still like the scent of this because it is the same scent. However, I will not buy the extra strength formula. I don't know if it's different. I wanted to like this so much just because my hair really needs it as I'm trying to grow. By the way, I feel like one of my space buns is like living its best life over here, and then this one's like, wah, wah. Like it's just not. They never come out the same. Just always one is like misbehaving. So if it looks like it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, that's because it is. So anyway, that's these two. I will not repurchase that. That was sad. It took me forever to use those up, and I actually have bought that same formula or that same scent over and over, but the extra strength was very disappointing. So anyway, that's that. So these are just hair gummies. I think I found these, where did I get these? Like a Walmart or a CVS or something like that. This brand was just okay. I didn't really notice like my hair growing that much with these. And then I switched back to the normal one that I find at Walgreens. It's like a big, tall, pink bottle, Nature's Valley. Isn't that granola? Nature's Own or Nature's Bounty, something like that. And now my hair is growing again. You can always tell because I start getting roots very, very quickly and my nails grow very fast. So I just think that I will not repurchase this brand. Again, this was Vita Fusion with biotin. I wasn't impressed. Next up, a candle. I always throw my candles in here because I never really do. I do candle hauls, but I never tell you like, okay, use the scent up. This was really good. I fell in love with this. This actually was like a scented perfume, like it was a scent collection in their toiletry. And then I was so happy when they actually made this into a candle because it smelled so good. Every time I would wear it around the holidays, people would be like, oh my gosh, you smell amazing. So this is a thousand wishes, and the scent or the fragrance notes are sparkling champagne, crystal peonies, almond cream, and essential oils. It's just very warm smelling, so it lends really nice to like a house candle. I love this one. This is like a numerous repurchase. I think this is my third one. I bought two last year. Okay, two dry shampoos. I'm not going to talk too much about Batiste because you guys know that I use this one all the time. I switched back to my Sassy and Daring Wild. If you watched any of my favorites video, you know I always go back to that cheetah printed bottle of Batiste, and I think it's called the Sassy Daring Wild scent. It smells more perfumey. This was very nice though. It was just more fruity. This is the Fruity and Carefree Pink Pineapple. I thought that'd be cute for summer. It smelled pretty good, but this is my favorite dry shampoo. If you have blonde hair, you'll love this because I actually sprayed out my root and kind of covers up my roots growing in. But if you have dark hair, buy the dark haired version of this because it will leave like a white cast on your hair. I know people love Batiste, but this is the most common, I would say, complaint is that it leaves a white cast. This one did not, but by the same token, the reason why I feel like that leaves a white cast is very heavy duty. This didn't leave a white cast, but I didn't think it was as good of a dry shampoo. So this is, I bought this at Target a while ago. I actually bought this back in LA just for the packaging. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's flamingos all over. I thought that was so cute. So this is the Paradise fragrance, and it does say amazing oil absorption without the white residue, which is true. However, I just don't think the amazing part is true. Like, there's no white residue, but I don't think it's amazing oil absorption. So if you're looking for a heavy duty dry shampoo, I think you might be disappointed with this. But I would repurchase. It's not as good as the Batiste. Okay, moving on. So this is the Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1 Hemp Peppermint Castile Soap. I buy this at Target, but I've seen it at all different kinds of drugstores. So this is actually what I use to wash my makeup sponges as well as my makeup brushes. So I think this is the best. However, it's also a cleaning product. You can put it into bottles and mix it with water. It's also a detergent. One time I ran out of detergent for the laundry, and I was like, what the heck am I gonna use? I was so upset, and I was like, wait, I have Dr. Bronner. So it really is like a one size fits all kind of cleaning product. You can actually even use it as a hair rinse. So like it could be for mopping. I've actually done that before. It did leave a little bit of stickiness on the floor. Maybe I just added too much. Yeah, you can even wash your fruit and veggies. It's an all-purpose cleaner. You can use it as like a lather for shaving. So it is a really good product just to kind of have in your repertoire of cleaning products. Okay, so this is one of my favorite new Epsom salts to bathe with. This is the Dr. Teal's Pure Epsom Salt Soaking Solution. This is the Calm Your Mind. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Ashwagandha, maybe? It just smells magical. It smells so good. It's like perfumey, but like fruity. It's got orange and yang yang to help calm and relax, ashwagandha to provide relief from stress, and then obviously the Epsom. I love soaking with this after the gym. I feel like it helps with my muscle recovery. It's very relaxing and soothing before bed, so I highly recommend Epsom salt baths, period. But the Dr. Teal's Calm Your Mind one is my new favorite. I think this is my, I don't have to think. It is, I'm on my third bag in there, so I've gone through 2 already. Okay, next we have this moisturizing body wash in the Stars. Oh my goodness. So I have the lotion of this, and whenever I wear it, people think I'm wearing perfume, but it's actually just my body lotion. So it's very strong smelling, but when I got the body lotion, I got the moisturizing body wash. This is the first time I've seen them do a moisturizing body wash. And my goodness, was this amazing. I loved it so much. Definitely would hands down buy this again. It's got shea butter, coconut oil, and cocoa butter. It was a really pretty fragrance and really nice lather for, I would shave with this all the time. I am obsessed with the scent, the smell. So yes, I would repurchase. Just a deodorant here to remind you, I wear deodorant. Not too exciting, but this Spring Breeze is my favorite of the secrets. Another candle. Okay, so this gives me such a happy memory because I actually lit this candle. You guys know my apartment's gray, like everything's gray out there in the main part of my apartment. So I bought the Marshmallow Fireside because I had these cozy vibes in here with like grays and whites when I first moved in January. And now every time I smell this smell, it reminds me of that happy like move-in period, like January through March, where I was just burning this on the weekends. It smells so good. If you guys have never tried the Marshmallow Fireside, definitely a wintry smell, but it smells like a fire lit with like then sweetness. So Marshmallow Fireside is like the perfect thing. Like if you were melting marshmallows over the fire, you get the smoke. I don't know how they managed to like capture that scent, but it's amazing. So it's toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla, crystallized amber. So good. Definitely repurchase. I've repurchased that for like 10 winters in a row. It's my favorite. I would say for sure it's my favorite for winter time. Okay, next up we have this butter bronzer. This was one of those cult favorite products, and I was like, why is everyone raving over this like Physicians Formula butter bronzer? Well, now you know the hype is real. I literally used it to like, I could not get any more of the bronzer out. I bought a new one, although the new one is different packaging, but it smells the same. So this is a bronzer. I have the light one because obviously your girl is white. I was trying to show you I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to show you the whitest part of my arm, which is usually the underside of the arm. But oh my goodness, this smells so good. It's like the best coconutty suntan lotion smell. So I got mine in light, obviously, because I'm fair, but there are a couple different shades, and I loved it so much. Again, I repurchased already. Next up, we have another one of my favorite conditioners. I switch on and off just because I get bored, but the L'Oreal Elvive Dream Lengths is, I think, one of the most delicious smelling shampoo and conditioners. The shampoo is really good. It says the conditioner is a super detangler. I wish it was a little more detangly. And it's for long damaged hair, so if you want trying to grow your hair longer and you want to keep it from getting more damage or lessen the damage that you have, I highly recommend. This is like my third repurchase. Again, this was another repurchase. This is from Bath & Body Works, the pink collection. This is the Bronze Coconut Smoothing Body Scrub. If you want a delicious body scrub, I highly recommend the ones that they sell at Ulta. I forget what the brand is, but you know, they have a ton of different sugar scrubs. I recommend those because they're very inexpensive. This one, what says it's $18.50, but I always get these when they're on special. And this is one of the most delicious smelling, I mean, my goodness gracious. Coconutty, but like milk coconutty smell. A very different coconut scent than like your suntan lotion. It's bronzed coconut, so it's got like toasted coconut. You can combine like a vanilla milkshake with coconut. It's like a milky coconut smell. It's lighter and more refreshing than your traditional coconut. But oh my gosh, I've repurchased this like 2 or 3 times now. I love that body scrub. And the way I use my body scrubs, I know a lot of people use them to exfoliate. I use them to shave with, so I'll like lather up the skin to remove the dead skin cells, and then that leaves like a really nice like kind of silky film on your legs that's perfect to shave with. So that's kind of how I use it. This was by the brand Ati Fruit Yogurt Foam Cleanser. I bought it at like a beauty event in LA. It was okay. It smells very nice. It's watermelon. I don't know much about the brand other than it's Korean. I actually bought it at a Korean beauty event in like their discount pile. It just says cleanse out the old substances and makeup residue with gentle and affluent foam. You can always tell when it's written in a foreign country because like the word is like kind of incorrectly used. I wouldn't really ever refer to a foam as affluent. An affluent foam. Yogurt extract imparts suppleness to the skin, and watermelon extract keeps the skin clean and vital. Anyway, I would repurchase, but I probably won't find this brand again. It's kind of like an obscure thing. So this is the Zeo Skin Health Hydrating Cleanser. This was gifted to me around Christmas time. I used it up, but I don't love the scent of this, and I really don't need this. It's for normal to dry skin, and I do not have dry skin. It had a nice lather, but I would probably get the exfoliating cleanser or something that's more suitable to my oily combo skin. So I probably wouldn't repurchase, but it is a very good cleanser. So I'm really sad to say this. This is out again. This is my favorite melting cleanser. So this is by the brand Innisfree. This is my second or third bottle of this. This is the Pore Cleansing Facial Foam with Volcanic Clusters. Very good for oily combination skin. I go through this way too quickly. I wish it lasted longer. I don't know if I'm using too much of it, but I just used a little on my hand. It has a really nice lather, and it completely removes all of your makeup. Like, it's the best double, I would say double cleanse. I still usually wash my face after this, but you really don't need to. So it not only breaks down the makeup, but then like leaves your skin super clean. So it's like a very good 2-in-1. This is my favorite, but to replace this, I wanted to try the Pharmacy Whipped Greens. So you guys know the Green Clean, like melting cleanser. That's my favorite one. It smells limey and delicious. This has the same scent as that one, but this is their oil-free foaming cleanser. I wanted to see if it did the same thing. I do like this, but I don't think it's better than the actual like melting cleanser. So if you just wanted like a foaming cleanser to match that scent, I would repurchase this. But if you're looking for like a something that's a melting cleanser to remove your makeup, I don't think that this does as good of a job as the regular mean green clean, whatever it's called. So I'll be repurchasing that. I actually really like the limited edition cherry one. I wonder if they made that part of their normal collection because it was very popular. But either one of those, Pharmacy Green Clean or the cherry one, like those are two of my favorite melting cleansers. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this, but I did enjoy using it. I don't want to like say a bad thing about it because I actually did like it. Just not for the purpose of like why I bought it, I guess. Okay, so this was part of the other shampoo and conditioner that I showed you guys. This is the Elvive Dream Lengths No Haircut Cream. I love this stuff. In fact, I got one of my girlfriends to purchase this because she's like, do you have a detangler? And I was like, this is the best detangler. So it's a leave-in, helps seal split ends, reduces breakage. It smelled exactly identical to that. It smells really good, and it's a very good, like, it helps detangle, but it's also like just nourishing to the hair as a leave-in, so I definitely would repurchase. I've already repurchased this, but this was my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This is a really good dupe for the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. That one's a little more fine milled. This one's a little thicker. It's their banana powder. They have other colors, but this is just really cheap. I think it's like $10, and it lasts a really long time. It's quite a big bottle. So I would repurchase, and I have a new one sitting in my bathroom. So this is the Victoria's Secret You So Sexy. I went through a phase where I love this, but I don't even know if they sell this anymore, or they do. They just have like different versions of the original. But I did like this. I think I actually bought this at the Victoria's Secret brain fart! I'm actually getting ready to leave to go to a coffee shop. Apparently I need to go there ASAP because I cannot remember anything right now. Outlets! Thank you. Sweet Jesus. The outlets. I got this at a Victoria's Secret outlet. So, I probably wouldn't repurchase, but I did enjoy it while I was using it. I just have so many perfumes. In fact, I'm about to film another dossier. In fact, I'll link the first one below. If you guys love perfume, you'll love my dossier haul. But I'm filming a second one because I was obsessed with the first round and I bought more perfume. So, anyway, that was a perfume tangent. But you guys know I love perfume. Okay, moving on to Innisfree. This is my favorite foundation. If you guys have ever watched my top 5 foundations, I mentioned that Innisfree, I think this was my favorite in it. It's just like the best coverage. It's the Velvet Cover Foundation. This is W23, so it's warm. This is a little light for me. I'm really like 2.7, so this is N27. This is like my normal in-between seasons color. If I'm tan, this is too light, and if I'm super white and pale from winter, it's almost a tad too dark. But it's a good if I had to choose like one for year round. This is like a very close like color to my natural skin tone. So again, this is N27. They do have warms, cools, and neutrals. But obviously, love, love, love. And the packaging is just so chic. It's glass. It feels nice. It smells really good. It's got like green tea in it. So it's like I know a lot of people don't like scents in their foundation, but if you're going to have something really clean and light that's got a good ingredient in it, this is the brand. This is a Korean skincare brand, by the way. And it's the same brand. I can pick through my garbage. It's the same brand for a lot of the other things that I've talked about before. So this is Innisfree as well. I'm actually wearing an Innisfree lip gloss right now. I actually love the brand a lot. Okay, next up, I'm just gonna quickly mention here was another deodorant from Secret. This is their Spring Breeze, as I mentioned. I love that scent. Okay, this is the Ole Henriksen Cold Plunge Pore Mask. This is my second one. I love this mask. If I'm not going to Sephora anymore and supporting them, but if I go to the Ole Henriksen website, I would repurchase this. I love it. It's really tingly and cooling. There's actually another brand that I started using that has a very similar mint mud mask, but I love this. It's got clay and snow lotus. It's like the prettiest, as you can tell, like teal, almost like the color of my eyeshadow on this side. So it leaves you looking like a Smurf. It's very, very nice, cooling face mask, especially for summertime. If you have like sunburned skin, this would probably feel so good and refreshing. Okay, baby little candle. I couldn't find this in the full size, but I was obsessed with the scent of it. This is the cedar wood and vanilla, so very, very warm smelling. It smells woodsy but sweet, almost like a very similar vibe to the Marshmallow Fireside. This is part of their aromatherapy collection. Oh my goodness, the best smell. The best smell for like being home and just relaxing. Whenever I have any of these smoky smells in my candle, it kind of reminds me of being inside like a sauna. You know, that like really nice wood cabiny smell? That's my favorite kind of candle. Okay, moving on. This is just a box for Innisfree. I tried their new matte priming UV shield because I finished my favorite sunblock of all time, the Innisfree Daily UV Defense Sunscreen. So favorite sunblock, and I was like, I wonder if they have like a matte version of this, and they did. They had the matte priming UV shield sunscreen, which acts as like a primer, mattifying primer, and has sunblock in it. Super nice. I'm actually wearing it today underneath my makeup, so wanted to mention those. I would definitely repurchase this. I think I told you guys about this back in the day, but I bought the Day little set. It came with this little mini shampoo and conditioner and like a keychain and a air freshener, all in the same citrusy like vanilla Day signature scent. But I finished these up and I was obsessed with it, so I bought the whole Day collection. It was a little expensive. It was a little bit of a splurge. It was like $80 for the it comes with a full-size shampoo, full-size conditioner, and a full-size deep conditioner. But anyway, it goes to show that samples work, which is why I love buying like little beauty samples, because if I love it, I will buy the full size, and that way I don't have buyer's remorse. So just wanted to mention this because I loved this little kit. I thought that was such a good idea for people to try it. Okay, so next up we have the Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. I like a lot of the products from Good Molecules, however, I did not love this. It's very gentle, so if you have very sensitive skin, I think you might love this. It says a gentle cleanser to balance and brighten the skin. I obviously used it up. Just because I know that they make great products, but I would not repurchase. I didn't love it. Okay, what else? Last couple of things. We had a Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. I liked this, but I have other volumizing sprays I like better, so I probably would not repurchase that one. This is the Love Kinship Super Mellow It's like a really hydrating moisturizer. I love this. I think it smells like marshmallow. So whenever I do facials for my little niece and nephews, they're like, can you bring them the marshmallow moisturizer? Or that they call it the marshmallow lotion. So this is the famous marshmallow lotion. It's very lightweight and hydrating. It's almost like a gel-ish formula. I love it. I think it smells so good. Almost like a vanilla cupcake. And I love this brand. Love, love, love them. I am out of this. This was, oh gosh, the whole thing goes to show you. This is what the contraption must look like before they printed everything on it, because it's all rubbed off. This is the Urban Decay mascara. I love the wand. The only thing I didn't love about this is it was very gloppy when I first opened it, and it's very wet. So even though I loved the brush, I got a lot of transfer. Like if I'd look up too quickly, I would get it like all over here. So honestly, it was quite a mess. Once I started using up the mascara, I was like, okay, I can get behind this now. The brush is working. There's not as much product. I also didn't like when you pulled it out, it's supposed to pull out some of that mascara so it's not like all over the brush, and the stopper wasn't very good. So I would repurchase this because overall I liked it, but those were some of the downfalls of using this. And I forget what the name of this was because, again, I apologize, but look for the green Urban Decay mascara and you'll see what I'm talking about. This was the Sunday Riley Ceramic Slip Cleanser. I used it up, but I did not love it, so I would not repurchase it. This came in like a little kit. A couple little baby things I used up. This was the regular Hoola bronzer. I was using this because it was a little too dark for me as like a nose contour and like to contour my cheeks, because I do bronzer and then I do like a little bit of a deeper contour with a darker color. So this is what I use this for, and I obviously use that little baby all the way up. This was the Fresh Sugar Caramel Hydrating Lip Balm. I got this in like a makeup kit a while ago. I love the smell of it, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it in caramel. It did smell nice, but I prefer something like fruitier on my lips. This was the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I love this stuff. Very hydrating. It came in like a little vitamin C kit that I bought last summer. I think this is my second one, so I would repurchase. I do like that one a lot. Here's my Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't actually repurchased this and I'm missing it. I'm trying to use up 2 Revolution Beauty concealers first, but I use this as pretty much like an under eye concealer to brighten the under eye area, and I'm in shade Fair Neutral. I'm about to go pick this up very soon because I miss it so much, but yes, I would repurchase. This is my favorite mascara from Maybelline, the Falsies. So I purchased this one. It's obviously run out, but the first one I bought was better. Do you ever buy something and then you buy it again, you're like, this isn't the same? So I don't know if I just got like a doozy of one, but I do like this. Yeah, this was not the same as the original one I purchased. This I just used up. This was a Kat Von D. It reminds me of the Heavenly version of Victoria's Secret. I think it's called Heaven. But this one is called Saint. They have Saint in the white bottle and then Sinner. Saint smells very, very light and airy, like the Heaven version, like I mentioned, from Victoria's Secret. So I would repurchase. It smells very pretty. This was just a eyeliner. I think I bought this off like Amazon or something in like a 3-pack. I was trying to replace the Kat Von D Trooper liner and be cheap, but the liner was just a lot thicker. So I used it up, but I don't like it as much as the Kat Von D Trooper. And last but not least, it's so funny I put this in here. I go through so much Tiger Balm because I work out so often. And I do love this one the best. It's the Red Extra Strength. It smells much more pungent and like cinnamony. However, this does stain your clothing. So I would rub it in, let it completely absorb before you put clothing on, because there is a chance that it can. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of Thailand. Okay, quick little side story. When I went to Thailand a couple years ago with my girlfriend, I bought like 6 of these, okay? Because it's made in Thailand, and that's how you know you're talking too long. It literally just, my camera shut off after 30 minutes. So this is gonna be a long empties video. Anyway, so I was in Thailand and I bought a bunch of these because this is pretty expensive here. I think it's around $10 for this little thing. And they were like $1.50 there. So I bought 6 of them. And I remember, it's just a soothing smell. Like, I love this like eucalyptus-y, menthol-y smell. And I remember putting it on before bed, and it would just like kind of, from walking around all day, just feel really soothing on like my thigh muscles or my feet. And now every time I smell this, I swear to you, I'm taken back. It's true what they say about scents, like bringing you back to a time and place. Every time I smell this, I can remember laying in my hotel room, drifting off to sleep, smelling like this. But anyway, I love this. Obviously, they make it not in the red extra strength version, but this one's just my favorite. So that is it. Our Empties little basket here is now empty and ready to be refilled. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. Thank you for supporting my little channel and tuning in. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.